Imagine this. It is late at night. Your room is silent. You are lying in bed, lights off. Suddenly, your heart races. There is no real danger. No one is chasing you. Nothing is happening. Still, your body reacts, as if your life is at risk. Your palms begin to sweat. Your chest feels tight. Your breathing becomes shallow. And in that moment, you realize something powerful. Your mind can create danger, even when you are completely safe. This is where phobias begin. Today, we are going deep into the psychology of phobias. Not in a textbook way, but in a human way. Because somewhere out there, someone watching this video is silently carrying a fear they have never spoken about. Maybe it's fear of heights. Maybe it's fear of enclosed spaces. Maybe it's fear of social situations. Or maybe it's something no one else even understands. By the end of this video, you will not only understand what a phobia is, but also why it happens, how it is treated, and where you can find help. So stay with me. What is a phobia? Let me tell you a small story. There is a man named David. David is successful. He has a stable job, a loving family, and a comfortable life. But David has a problem. He cannot enter elevators. Even thinking about it makes his chest tighten. One day, he is invited to an important meeting on the 20th floor of a building. Instead of taking the elevator, he climbs 20 flights of stairs, sweating, exhausted, embarrassed. But still, safer than stepping into that small metal box. This is not simple fear. This is a phobia. A phobia is an intense, irrational, and persistent fear of a specific object, situation, or activity that is actually not dangerous, or at least not as dangerous as the person feels. Unlike normal fear, a phobia does not protect you. It limits you. It controls you. It slowly shrinks your world. As Dr. Aaron Beck, a pioneer of cognitive behavioral therapy, once said, "It is not the situation itself that determines how we feel, but how we interpret it." A person with a phobia interprets a safe situation as extremely dangerous. Now, let me tell you what causes phobia-related disorders. Now, let's move deeper. Where does this fear come from? Phobias don't just appear out of nowhere. They are usually built over time, like layers of emotional memory. There are three main causes. And number one is past trauma or experience. Imagine a child who gets trapped in a small closet accidentally. Dark, no air, no one hears their cries. Years later, that child grows up, but the brain never forgets that moment. Now, every small space feels like a threat. This is how many phobias develop. Number two is learned fear. So sometimes, fear is learned from others. If a parent is terrified of dogs, a child may grow up believing dogs are dangerous, even if they have never been bitten. Fear can be passed down like a family tradition. 3. Brain sensitivity. Some people are simply more emotionally sensitive. Their brain reacts more strongly to stress and danger signals. As Dr. Joseph Ledoux, a leading neuroscientist who studies fear, explains, fear is stored in the amygdala, the emotional alarm system of the brain. For some people, that alarm system is too sensitive. Let's discuss how are phobia-related disorders treated. Here is the good news. Phobias are highly treatable. You do not have to live with them forever. Let's talk about how they are treated. 1. Psychotherapy. Talking to a trained therapist is one of the most effective ways to treat phobias. It helps you understand your fear instead of being controlled by it. 2. CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. This is one of the most powerful treatments for phobias. CBT helps you change your thoughts about what you fear. For example, instead of thinking, "I will die if I enter that elevator," you learn to think, "I feel scared, but I am actually safe." Slowly, your brain rewires itself. 3. ACT, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. ACT works differently. Instead of trying to remove fear, it teaches you to live alongside it without letting it control your life. You learn to say, "I am scared, and I will still move forward." That is real strength. For medication. In some cases, doctors prescribe medication, such as anti-anxiety medication, antidepressants. These do not cure phobias, but they can reduce intense symptoms while therapy does its work. 5. Support groups. Sometimes, healing comes from realizing you are not alone. In support groups, people share their fears, their struggles, and their progress. There is something deeply powerful about being understood. And number 6 is stress management techniques. If you truly understand this, you won't think the same again. Because phobias are closely linked to anxiety, managing stress is crucial. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, yoga can calm your nervous system and reduce fear responses. If you are watching this and thinking, "This is me, I need help," here's what you can do. Talk to a mental health professional, a psychologist or psychiatrist. Look for licensed therapists specializing in anxiety disorders. If you are in the USA, you can visit APA, American Psychological Association website, NIMH, National Institute of Mental Health. In the UK, you can contact NHS Mental Health Services in Australia, Beyond Blue, Lifeline, and in Canada, Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA. Reaching out is not weakness. It is the first step toward freedom. Let's go deeper. Where can I learn more? If you want to study more about phobias, you can explore books on anxiety and fear psychology, research articles from psychology institutions, reputable mental health websites like APNEMACH, WHO Mental Health section. Knowledge gives you power over your fear. What are clinical trials, and why are they important? Now let's talk about something many people don't understand. Clinical trials. Clinical trials are research studies where new treatments, therapies, or medications are tested on volunteers. Why are they important? Because without them, we would not have modern treatments for anxiety and phobias. Every therapy that helps people today was once just an experiment. People who participate in clinical trials help future generations heal. Come and listen with me, the final message. Let me leave you with this thought. Fear is human, but being ruled by fear is not your destiny. A phobia may feel like a cage, but it is a cage with a door. And that door opens with understanding, support, and courage. If you are struggling, you are not broken. You are not weak. You are simply carrying something heavy, and you deserve help in putting it down. If this video helped you in any way, share it with someone who might need it. And if you want more deep psychology content like this, subscribe to the channel, because the mind is complex. But understanding it can change your life.